Look at properties that have been on the market for a very long time, right? Look for these properties, understand that, okay, find out from the agent why these properties have been on the market for a very, very long time. Your network is your net worth. Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 ways I find great cash flowing property deals. These 5 ways, if not the best way, it's one of the best ways to look for great cash flowing properties. In order to get the benefit on this video also, watch it until the end so you can learn all the skills you could kind of want to learn in order to secure great cash flowing properties. If you like this video or any of my videos, smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. Let's get to it. So in order for you to become a property investor, you need to be able to understand how to find great cash flowing properties, because it's very important for you to know that. Because if you don't know that, you'll buy in the wrong property, wrong location, wrong tenants move in, and then you are literally effed up. You don't want to be in that situation. If you don't, watch this video until the end. In order for you to search, you need to understand where you want to invest. Very important, okay? Very important. Why is this important? Because UK is not a massive country, but yet a massive country if you're looking for property deals, okay? It's a massive country. So what you want to do basically is to research the market, right? To find out where in the UK you'd like to invest in. Okay, very important for you to note that, because if you don't do that, you'd end up looking everywhere and end up getting no deals. Okay, so identify that area with a potential of capital appreciation, or we call it growth, right? Once you identify that area, you know then this is your patch. I call it a patch. It could be town, city, village, whatever you want to do. Okay, but I would advise you to look for towns and cities, because this is where we tend to get lots of capital appreciation. So once you know those places, right, what you now need to look for properties that are undervalued. That's the one thing you need to look for. How do you know this? It's by going online, like Rightmove is one of the platforms, Zoopla. Go and look for these properties. You can know if these properties are undervalued by comparing it with what's in the market, right? Look for those properties. The second thing you need to look at properties that have been on the market for a very long time, right? Look for these properties, understand that, okay, find out from the agent why these properties have been on the market for a very, very long time, because then that would help you understand what sort of strategy you could actually put out there in order to secure that property. One of the final things you need to also look at once you know your patch is to look for distressed property. What do I mean by distressed properties? These are properties that have been vacant for a very, very long time, dilapidated houses, neglected houses. If you've been running or making exercises or walking to friends and family, if you've never done this, just keep an eye on the houses, right? Each and every area may have 2 or 3 houses that have been vacant for a very long time, or they have been dilapidated and nobody has been doing anything to it, okay? Keep an eye on those houses. So what you then do once you see these houses, if they're not on the market, what you do, take the address, write the address down, and then go back home, get a letter, write to that owner, tell them you're interested in buying their house, right? Suppose then that house, there's no letterbox, nothing is working on that property, everything is sealed up. What you could do, knock next door, find out if they know who the owner is. Knock 2 doors left, 2 doors right, and then opposing the property as well. One of them may know the owner of the property. So be friendly, be gentle. Some people may think this don't work in London, because everybody thought London, nobody knocks in someone else's door. I leave that with you, but sometimes it works. I've done it about maybe 6-7 months ago. I've done that. We knocked door, we understand who owns the property, and we happen to know who that person was. They gave us the number, and we're able to ring that person. So find out that way, if everything is sealed up. If it's not sealed up, basically, you know the letterbox are working, you've got those options I've just told you. The second option also then is to write a letter to the owner to say, listen, you're interested in buying that property, you realize the property has been vacant, you really want to bring life to it, and then see then if they'll be able to kind of help you buy that property. And then also you look for the motivated sellers. You may be asking, how do I know a motivated seller? I clearly just give you the hint, right? By looking at properties that have been on the market for a very, very long time. If they have been on the market for a very long time, guess what? That person wants to sell their property now. They've been waiting for about 6-7 months or maybe a year. They haven't got their property. They haven't sold their property. So it's about time for you to contact those people. So what you could do, if you don't want to go, if you don't know what the address is, for example, they're online, ring the agent. Okay, ring the agent, pretend you want to view the property. Okay, and they will give you the address, and then contact the agent, contact the owner that way. Or you can go and view the property. Tell the agent, listen, I've seen this property has been on the market for a very, very long time. Is there a way that we can structure a deal? You could structure a purchase list option, a guaranteed rent option, whatever way, or maybe delayed completion as well if the property is dilapidated. So that way then you're able to serve the owner and serve yourself, and obviously the landlord or the agent also want to sell the property. That property's been in their books for a very long time. So basically that would help you also sell that property. So the third thing to do to find great property or great cash flowing property is buying properties at discount. I know I've been banging on this in almost any of my videos. If you're buying properties at the price, you are not a property investor. You are just someone who buy houses. You're not a business, you're not an entrepreneur. Always buy your properties at discount. If you don't buy your properties at discount, there's no point you being an entrepreneur. It's like you're buying a cake for £1. That's not what business people do. So hear me out. Why is it important to get a property at discount? Now, let's take an example of £100,000 property, okay? Suppose you saw a £100,000 property, you liked it, you want to buy it, right? And you went to the agent and negotiated with the agent to buy the property for, instead of £100,000, you went and buy that property for, let's say 15% discount, let's say £85,000, right? So instead of buying the property for £100,000 at £85,000, what that means, one, your deposit is less. Secondly, your interest payment on that mortgage is less because it's less mortgage to pay. These are the two things. And most importantly, you've made money from the day you buy the property. Now, let me explain what do I mean by you made money from the day you buy the property. Because you bought the property at discount, 15% discount, that has become a buffer for you. That becomes a cushion. Fast forward to a year, right? Let's say you want to remortgage now, you had added some value on that property, you just renovated it. A year from then, you go and remortgage that property. You're not going to remortgage the property at £80,000 or £85,000 anymore. You're going to remortgage that property, hopefully, right? If nothing had happened, if you've added value, right? Hopefully, even if you haven't added value actually, let's just say you bought the property £100,000, you paint and decorated it. A year later, that property would have gone up by, let's say, worst case scenario, let's say worst case scenario, 5%. Property prices goes up by 7.5% in average, okay, to 10% in average every year. Let's say it only goes up by 5%. So what would have happened at that point? The property you bought for £85,000, that worth 100,000, will then be valued, because it worth 100,000, at £105,000, right? £105,000, okay? So what would have happened? You would have made 5% increase on the actual value of the house, which was 100,000, which is £5,000, and you have also made £15,000 from buying the property at £85,000. So altogether, you would have made £20,000 from one single property. Now this is what gets you financial freedom. This is what gets you to get succulent deals. You can keep yourself or sell it to investors that would want to buy properties like that. So you've made that £20,000, you can go again buy more properties, or you can go again help these investors buy more properties. That's the third way of buying properties. Always buy them at discount. The fourth way, network with like-minded individuals, network with professional investors. Now, why do you network with professional investors? It's obvious, right? You would have known this already. It's because once you've got your deals, right, you can sell the deals to them. That's one way of doing it. And secondly, they may know someone who is distressed, motivated seller that's looking to sell properties, right? Or they have properties themselves that they've secured from a distressed seller or a motivated seller that they can pass on to you to buy. Right? It's a win-win thing. So your network is your net worth. If you haven't heard this word before. So that's what you need to network and network and network. Learn from them. Understand what their pain points are. How you can add value to them. Don't be the one that always asking for help. Oh, help me with this, help me with this, help me with this. No. You want to give first before you take. Give. Make sure you have enough in your bank, right, before you start asking. Okay, serve them when you see them, ask them what they're doing. If there's any way you could help these people when you're networking with them, help them, because they would feel like they owe you. Basically, they would want to help you as well when you need that help. So that's the fourth way of doing it. The fifth way is consider undervalued properties. Right, so I've touched into this slightly as well. Undervalued property is property that you think is significantly below market value, right? If it's not significant, but it's been undervalued, maybe because the owner is distressed, or maybe the owner is motivated and they want to sell for whatever reason it may be. So you look for these properties. How do you know this? As well, you may be thinking, Rahim, how do I know this F thing? So what you do, ring the agent. This is the 2 questions you're going to ask the agent. The first question: do you have a property in your portfolio that have been on the market for over 3 months? If the answer is yes, fine. Do you also have a property where the landlords or the homeowner always ask you, if my property has sold, if my property, what's happening with your property? If the answer is yes, that's another box ticked. I'm going to give you the final golden nugget, right? Ask them also if is there any property that they've got for sale and for rent, right? If they tick all these 3 boxes or 2 of these boxes, you are in for a gold, basically, right? There's no way you may not close that deal, because all the options are open for you. You can go and offer significantly below market to get the property that way, or you could structure a purchase lease option because the landlord needs money, right? Or most importantly, you can get it significantly below market rent, because obviously the landlord now wants that money, or the homeowner wants that money. Okay, the 6th way to find great cash flowing property is to be patient. Diligent, and guess what? Knowing how to negotiate, right? Be patient. If you haven't got a deal for your 1st month, 2nd month, 3rd month, don't go and beat yourself up, okay? Try to find out why you're not getting the deals and learn from it, and be patient. And all the deals that have fallen through, go back and call those people to find out if the deals went through with other people. If it doesn't, tell them, listen, I'm still interested, right? Would you like me to would you consider my offer, right? Sometimes they do consider your offer, okay? In most cases, some deals may not go the way you want it. They're hoping to sell it at a higher price, and guess what? They were not able to sell it at that price, especially when Liz Truss came to power. Lots of deals fell through as a result of the interest hike. Then obviously we were able to close deals that way. We went back to the people that we already made offer to, that rejected us, and now they are motivated, right? We were able to save a bit of money there as well. When they said, yes, I'm happy for you to buy it, we then turned around and said, you know what? No, that's not going to work. The money we had, we don't have that money anymore. We could buy it at this price, and then we were able to close properties that way. So I really hope this video has been helpful. If this video has been helpful, smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing the next video.